Hello traders, hello investors, how are you doing today my friends? Welcome to another video here in the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan. Today let's analyze AMD because it is looking quite interesting. We do have some important key points to watch on AMD for now. Let's talk about that and much more in this video. Just remember my friends, click on the like button to support this channel. If you're new around here, subscribe because I'm here every single day to update you guys on Tesla, AMD, NVIDIA, Apple and many other tech stocks. I'm sure you're gonna like this channel. Now back to AMD. It is important to keep in mind that AMD will probably follow the Nasdaq index from here, and the Nasdaq is doing a quite good reaction. It is important for the Nasdaq to react right now and try to close above the 12K this week. Otherwise, the market may understand this as a gigantic head and shoulders, right? And this could trigger or enhance a bear market on the Nasdaq index and probably trigger a bear market on the S&P index as well. For the S&P, it is very important to see it closing above this red line this week at 40.59. If it does not close above this red line this week, the situation will be quite complex, quite dramatic for the index because again, we do have the idea of a head and shoulders chart pattern, right? So it's important to see it closing above this point, or in the worst case scenario, see a bullish candlestick pattern next week, which I do believe we will. I do believe we're gonna see a positive week either this week or next week because it is very, very rare to see 6 black bearish candlesticks in a row on the S&P. More than 6, it is almost impossible. I think we had only 2 times more than 6 bearish candlestick patterns in a row in the past 42 years, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I do believe we're gonna see a bullish reaction right now, soon, if not this week, next week. So potentially AMD will benefit from this movement. In the weekly chart, already did a bullish candlestick pattern last week, thanks to earnings. Okay, that's great. And this might indicate something good because this point was a resistance over here in the past, was a support level again in 2021, and it is working as a support level again right now this week. So, okay, if AMD is about to react, now is the best time ever for it. And I do like this bullish reaction. This candlestick pattern is looking quite good. In my humble opinion, AMD must close this week above 91.35, which was this resistance level over here. It tried to be a support level again, but it failed miserably. So I think by trading back up 91.35, okay, AMD will be in bullish territory again. In the short term, we see a possible double bottom chart pattern, a crystal clear bullish structure, and this bullish structure, if triggered, it was not triggered yet, but if it will be triggered at some point by breaking the 90s again, well, the 97 is going to be the next target to work with. We do have an open gap over here, right? So maybe a little bit higher. Maybe AMD could seek the $99 again, meaning a roughly 10% upside potential. That would be a very optimistic scenario and a realistic scenario for AMD. In the midterm, in the next few weeks, if AMD triggers this double bottom chart pattern in the 1 hour chart, it could break this resistance level over here, triggering a possible double bottom chart pattern in the daily chart as well. If this happens, if AMD breaks the 99, which is the short-term resistance in the 1 hour chart, then the target in the daily chart is going to be $118, this little gap up here. So this is the structure we must work with. And I do agree with some people when they say, oh, but AMD is fairly too expensive right now, right? It is too expensive at this moment. Well, I do agree with you. If you want to talk about fundamentals, let's analyze some fundamentals. Let's take a look at AMD on Simply Wall Street. I really like this website. If you want to create an account over here, just check the link below in the description of this video. It is my affiliate link, so just take a quick look over here. Valuation wise, AMD is not trading at a such comfortable level right now. Of course, if you price all of the future cash flows and etc., AMD is undervalued, but still its price to earnings ratio is quite high. Its PAG, price earnings growth ratio, is also quite high over here. Its price to book ratio is good, but fundamentally speaking, only looking at the value, it feels like it is a little bit too expensive, especially when you compare against Intel, for instance. Intel is a very nice value play right now, if you ask me, and it is crazy to think about that Intel, a company that has $181 billion market cap. Remember, AMD has $155 billion market cap. It has roughly 85% of Intel's market cap. While Intel has revenue of $77 billion, but AMD has revenue of $18 billion. So, do you think that's a little bit too crazy? If you believe that AMD is indeed a little bit more expensive than Intel, I understand your reasons. I do understand why you think that. I mean, its revenue, its earnings, AMD has a worse net profit margin than Intel. Intel has almost twice, I believe. Let me see. 31%, yes, it is much better than AMD's net profit margins, but still, if you believe that it is overpriced, okay, but let's not go to the extreme and say that AMD is gonna fail or it is worth nothing, for instance, because this is not true. Remember, AMD as a growth stock is quite good. Its earnings, its revenue, they're all forecasted to grow amazingly well in the incoming years, as you can see over here, and most of the forecasts are looking very good for AMD. What's more, its financial health is very, very good. AMD has almost no debts. Its debt to equity ratio is 3.2%. Wow, that's almost nothing. What's more, AMD has more cash than its total debt. It is reducing the debt to equity ratio. Its debt is well covered by the operating cash flow, and interests are well covered by EBIT. So yes, AMD is a very nice, good, and solid company. It's not gonna fail. It is not worth zero. Okay, this is not true at all. It is a very nice growth stock, but as most growth stocks, it is a little bit overpriced. For instance, Intel Corporation, when we analyze its future growth, it is terrible. In fact, it is forecasted to decline the earnings. Okay, so yes, Intel is trying to price the fact that it is a dinosaur. It is not going to grow too much from here, while AMD has a lot of upside potential ahead. So to me, AMD is a very nice play right now for trading purposes. As a long-term investor, I'm not investing on AMD. I would prefer to see dropping a little bit more to lower levels. I really expect to see a very nice drop on the market to buy some very nice stocks like AMD at a discount. But right now, for trading purposes, I think it is looking quite good. Okay, it is, especially if it breaks the $90 again. Let's keep our eyes open at this key point over here in the 1 hour chart. What if AMD backfires? What could trigger again a bearish scenario on AMD? Well, AMD is still in a bear trend, okay? I mean, it would reverse if we break the 90s, but as long as we don't, all we can say it is not bullish right now. It is bearish in the daily chart. We do see the beginning of a bullish reaction, but it was not triggered yet. So right now, I think I am just neutral on AMD, and if it triggers this bullish structure, great. As long as it does not break the $84, it has decent chances of keep going up to our targets, maybe to the